What's shaking, bacon? Well, I have been just driving around today getting stuff done, and I was taking a picture for Peter's book club. So if you don't know, I have a book club. Well, I have two book clubs. I have a true crime book club that I run with my good Judy Mel, and then I have Peter's book club, which is where I just pick a book every month and I post it on Instagram. And so I try to take some kind of picture somewhere outside or whatever of the book. And so I was like driving around and I was like, where should I take this picture? And I drove by this park that I used to go to with my mom when I was a kid. And it's called Monn Park. And if you look over here, they actually have this golf course. I never golfed, but it's like a pretty nice golf course over here. But I don't remember really why we used to come here. I just remember we came to Monn Park a lot, and they have a swimming pool, and I was actually telling this story on my vlog. I'm gonna walk into the park a little bit, but we have actually, Indianapolis, the more I think about it, we have a lot of really nice just like park areas, you know, that you can like walk and stuff. But about 12 years ago, I was trying to figure out when it was. So there's a pool down here. At the end of the video, I'll drive over there and I'll show you guys the pool. But there's a pool over there, and it's a really nice, like, Olympic-size city pool, you know, with the lines on the bottom. I love that, because it's, like, so cold, and you bounce in the water. Do you remember that? And then you go to the concession stand, and you get your Laffy Taffy, and your frozen Snicker bars, and your nachos, and all of that. Of course, it's all about the food. I love the food. But I was thinking about this because Alex and I went there with a friend a while ago, and her son, and I was like, how long ago was that we went there? And I couldn't remember, and then I was like, well, he graduated from high school 2 years ago, so he was about, I don't know, like 8 at the time, or 10, so it's got to have been like, it was like, that was 12 years ago, and we just put our, you know, there weren't chairs, so you just put your towels down on the cement, and it was so fun. So anyway, when I was a kid, my mom and I, and like her friends, I remember, would come here. And I think, and my cousin Caroline sometimes too, and I think that we must have come for, if you can see, because this is the area that I remember right here. We must have just come to like, have picnics, or just play outside or something. By the way, can I just show you my new Birkenstocks that I got? I am like in love with. Aren't those so cute? Anyway. Oh look, somebody left their lollipop there. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. Did you ever do this when you were a kid? You make a wish, you blow on it, you go. Oh, look at these little purple flowers right here. So pretty. So yeah, but we used to come out here and just like have picnics or something, I think. I don't know. And this is real close to like where I grew up. I mean, not super close. It's about 20 minutes away, but yeah, there's a little path over here in the woods. I don't know if I remember going into the woods over here. So I wanted to see what this was. Let me show you. So pretty. Little squirrel friend over here. Do you see him? Little squirrel friend. Now he's out of focus. Oh, little guy. Hi! What you doing today, huh? Oh, he said I'm gonna go run out through the trees. There's some people over here. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, they're throwing something in the air. It looks like some kind of like metal frisbee or something. Anyway, I don't really remember coming back into this area of the woods though. When I was a kid, with the woods behind our house, like, I mean, this is the stuff that would be like right behind our house. Just so cool, isn't it? It's really beautiful back here. Anyway, I was just driving by and I thought, well, I'll do a little video at some park just to remember this someday when I look back on it. I'm like, you know what? I forgot about that place. It's weird as you get older. You kind of forget some of the places of your youth, you know? Like, we came here a lot. I think parks must have just been easy for my mom when I was a little kid, you know, to... As I was turning the camera around, I turned it off, but anyway, I was just saying, you know, it's weird, like, when you're a kid, all of the places that you spend a lot of time, and then as you get older, you don't really remember those places much at all, you know? And it's loud around here. I don't remember it being this loud. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. It must have been easy, like, for my mom, I think, to, like, you know, make some little sandwiches, pack them up with some chips, and then come out here, you know, with some juice or whatever, and, you know, bring a ball, and let's just play frisbee for an hour, you know. I will say one of the most fantastic things about my mom was that she was always a mom who, like, she didn't, like, I love this about her. She never sat, like, on the side of the pool. She got in the pool and played. I mean, not the whole time, but she'd play games, and, you know, she'd throw frisbee with me, and, I mean, it was a lonely kid, you know. The only friends I had growing up, really, were, friends that were like kids of my parents' friends, you know. It's so funny because when I announce, when I say in my videos stuff about, like, you know, like when I did the field trips, the response that I got on this channel was so interesting to me. There were so many people that were like, it really makes me sad, you know, that what you went through as a kid and all this kind of stuff. And I know it is sad, you know, like I look at that and I think, God, like, that whole thing is sad, but I don't know that I fully realized it. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but, like, I think the really sad thing about it is that I got so used to it that it seemed normal to not have people around me. And, you know, we're human beings. We're conditioned to be around people and talk to people and interact with people. And one of the saddest things to me today, and maybe it's just because of what I've gone through, is when I get comments from people and they'll say, like, I don't have any friends, you know, like, I go to work and I come home and I, like, you know, I listen to your videos or I read books and that's it. Like, I don't have any friends, and it makes me so sad. But it also makes me, like, extremely grateful for the friends that I have in my life, you know? I don't know. I was talking to my meeting last night. So Tuesday nights is my home group meeting that I go to, and we were talking about like doing a 4-step inventory, and I was talking about bullies being on my inventory and things like that from high school. Because part of what you put on an inventory is your resentment. And I was talking about like being bullied in high school. It's really easy for me to talk about all of the horrible things that were done to me. But like the, oh, look at this, mom and dad and their 2 sons. So sweet, and they're out there like coloring. But this is where, oh, I bet, you know what? I just remembered what we did. We came here and played tennis. There's tennis courts over here. Look. My mom and I, we played tennis at every free tennis court in Indianapolis. This is why we came here. We came here to play tennis. I don't know how I forgot that. That's so weird. There's a soccer field back there. But I was sharing that this person's coming down here, and I'm like, okay, there's nowhere for me to go, and there's nowhere for you to go. So, where are you going? And she doesn't seem to know. Oh, she's gonna do a U-turn. Okay. Are you watching, honey? She's like, I'm doing my own thing and I'm not paying attention to you. Okay. So, but I was sharing that I could sit and talk about all the horrible things that happened to me while I was being bullied in high school, but it was almost harder, I would say like 7th, 8th, 9th grade, when nobody paid me any attention, and I was off of anybody's radar and nobody cared about me and I didn't mean anything to anybody. That was almost harder for me than being, and I know that sounds crazy, but it really was. Like, it was almost harder for me going through that than being like physically bullied, you know, whatever. What is going on with this pool? And why is it, oh, because I mean, I guess it hasn't been cleaned. And I wonder if it was even open last year. Being ignored, you know, that I would walk down the hallways in high school and like, or not in high school so much, but I would walk down the hallways in junior high and not one person would say hi to me, not one person would nod in my direction, not one person would look at me. It was just like I was absolutely invisible. You know, that was like so hard for me. And I think what's interesting about that is that my mom had to, like, I don't know how my parents weren't aware of it. Like, I really don't understand, like, going back, like, I didn't tell them. And I didn't tell them because I didn't want my parents to hurt the way that I hurt. I was always very, that sound always reminds me of the movie To Kill a Mockingbird at the very end. But I was always very conscious of being protective, especially of my mom, not of my dad so much. But like, I mean, my dad was really protective of me. I mean, sometimes some stuff happened in high school. My dad came to the high school and he was like, with the deans and the principals, like, enough is enough already, you know? This is the pool we used to come to. Now the pool looks the same. But that over there, that slide, that's different. I almost turned the camera off again. That's different. The slide used to be over there to the right, I think. They've changed this around a bit. Or maybe we parked somewhere else, but I don't think that we did. God, it's crazy to look at this now, this abandoned pool, right? It's not really an abandoned pool, it's just a closed down pool, I guess. But it's so weird visiting it, and then, like, you know, in less than a month, it's gonna be all full and packed. Oh my God, look at those things over there, like, do you see? I don't know if you can see them in the distance, but they're like eyes, a nose, and lips. I used to always want to be a lifeguard so I could sit on that chair and like spin the thing. I don't know. I was talking to my friend Tanya about this on the way home last night, and we were talking about people that aren't in our lives anymore, and I said, you know, I think I'm tired of being sad about the people that have left and about the past, you know, like, I just want to enjoy life, and live it to the fullest and be present. Like, I don't want to be sad about all those things that happened in the past anymore. They made me the person that I am today. And, God knows I've had enough counseling and done enough inventory on all of it, you know? I don't know. I mean, I believe that all of it served a purpose. You know? I believe all of it served a purpose. If not only for, well, I love this Melody Beatty quote. I just read this in a meditation book not too long ago. So I was a believer for a long time that things that happen to us, oh shoot, I just spilled out everything out of my fanny pack. That things that happen to us in our life happen for a reason. Like, I believed that. Not everything, but a lot of things, you know, happen to us for a reason. And I also believed that you could find meaning in the things that happen to you in your life. And I remember people say to me, well, what if you get to the end of your life I'll tell you what would be a good video for this channel, was me trying to change this light bulb that I have, this headlight that I have to change for my car, because I can't get anybody to do it for me. And it was an extremely expensive headlight that I didn't know was that expensive. But anyway, I was instructed by AutoZone to watch a YouTube video. So that's what I'll be doing. You should watch a YouTube video, okay? But anyway, you know, people would say to me, if you get to the end of your life and nothing, like there is no afterlife, there is no, you know, higher power, nothing means anything, then what was the point of applying this meaning to your life, you know? And first of all, I won't know if that's the case, if there is nothing. So I don't feel like I lose anything by applying meaning to something. I feel like I only gain, right? In finding meaning or purpose in the things that happen in my life. But I love this quote from Melody Beatty, and she said that not everything that happens in our life is there to teach. Not everything that happens in our life is there to teach us a lesson. Some things are just there to teach us that we're stronger than we thought we were. And I love that quote so much. And it has really, really reminded me, since I've heard it, that, you know what? Those times may have been tough. I may have had a lot of people that were very cruel to me. And I can go on about it forever and ever and ever. But the reality is, I'm here. I got a chance. I made it. So, I think I'm stronger than I thought I was, you know? Well, that was some Park. And now I'm gonna go home and upload these videos. So, I love you guys, and I hope you're having a magical day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.